Hey folks, it's Coby with CobyWright.com. Today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about outsourcing. We're going to talk about Fiverr, and then I'm going to tell you about a cool piece of software that I just found, and a few things that I don't like about it. Okay? And now first, let's talk about outsourcing. What exactly is outsourcing? A lot of you are probably familiar with outsourcing, but for those of you who aren't, outsourcing is basically taking a task that you need done and outsourcing it or finding someone else to do the work for you. For example, you need a blog. You need a blog built. You don't know how to put up WordPress. Well, then you would go to a freelancing site or, you know, several places where you can find these people to outsource to, and you would hire them to put it up, and they'd put the blog up for you. A lot of people who do offline stuff do stuff like that. They have no clue how to install blogs. They go and charge an offline client, maybe $100 for a blog, and then they'll go and find somebody to install it for $20, and they can pocket the change. Now, if you're into a lot of product creation or if you're into SEO and stuff, then you're probably heard of a site called Fiverr. Now let's click over here to Fiverr. It's Fiverr.com. And what this is a site where people can sell pretty much anything for $5. Now, as you're looking at the homepage right here, you see a lot of goofy stuff like I will sing happy birthday in a sexy voice to whoever you want for $5. I will create video testimonial as the plastic bag man for $5. I will dance to 2 minutes of any song of your choice in a hot dog costume for $5. So there's some pretty crazy stuff on here. So whenever I just read those, you're like, Coby, how the heck is a guy in a hot dog costume gonna help me make money online and get stuff done that I need done? Well, see, that's the coolness of Fiverr. It's kind of like a little hidden thing. It looks like it's a silly site, but if you actually get in here and look around, there's some people that do some pretty serious services in here. Let's look and see. I'm going to search for e-cover. That's something that I've purchased off of Fiverr more than one time. So if you can see, you type in e-cover, you get 270 matches. Now it's kind of hard to figure out who to go because Fiverr is just like any other website. They have their own little ranking algorithms, and it's not always putting the best person or the most fit person at the top. Just like Google doesn't always put the best site, the most fit site for what you're searching for as the number one result. It happens at Fiverr too. So let's say, like you can see right here, it says I will create a quality, high professional e-cover box, DVD, blah blah for $5. That looks pretty good. Let's click on it and see though. I bet and see how much feedback that they have. See, they don't even have any feedback yet. That means that no one's even ordered from this person yet they're ranked number one. So it's not someone that you'd want to necessarily go with. Now, I'm not saying that this would be a bad person to use, but I would be wary. So what I usually do is I'll click on over here where it says rating, so I can sort them by their ratings. Now this helps me narrow it down, and any of those of you who have been on my list before or seen any of my videos, you know that whenever I talk about Fiverr, I always say that to use the rating to find the best ones, right? But still, look, they've still got 267 matches, and now they've put them in ranking, but we still got a lot of them they got to go through and to find and see who's a top rated seller like this one, how many negative reviews they've got, how many positive reviews they got. Now we can go in here and click on each one, but eventually you're just gonna be like, oh, and you're just gonna be like, pick one already. So it takes forever sometimes to go through here and find the right person. So you can see, you could go through here and see that they had 97 positive reviews, 3 orders in queue, and 2 days estimated delivery, and 100% gig rating. So you might have got lucky on this one. This would be somebody that you might want to use, but they don't have a lot of pictures showing their work. So maybe you want to go to the next one, and so on and so forth. You could spend hours just trying to find somebody to create you an e-cover. I know I've done it before. Now that's where this cool little software comes in that I was telling you about. Okay, and I'll tell you the things I don't like about it. Also, but first let's pull it up. This is called Gig Scraper. Okay, and what it does is basically it's doing all the hard work, all the research for us at Fiverr, so that we can just sit here and relax and do more important things. Okay, because you don't need to be spending an hour or two or three or any more than a few minutes if I were trying to find the right person to do the job that you want, right? So that's how this is going to save you a ton of time. And I'm going to tell you there's a few things I don't like about this software. We'll go over that in just a moment. One of the first things I don't like about it is it's not resizable. See, it looks like it is, but whenever I try to resize it, I can't resize it. It won't let me. And you see, I can't pull this up. I would like to, pull it out and make it the whole size of my screen because I have a pretty big screen. I have a 22-inch screen, so I'd like to, utilize this and be able to at least pull it down and make it taller. I don't like that. So I'm going to tell Sam about that. Maybe they'll change that. It's not a big deal. So I mean, that's just one thing that I don't like. There's another thing I don't like, and I'll show you as well. First, let's do our same search. Let's go with eCover. And here's a cool thing is with this gig scraper, you can search standard or express gigs. Normally, whenever I'm looking on Fiverr, I'm looking to get something done quick. So I like to utilize the express gigs, right? And that means that express gig is one that will be delivered within 24 hours. So that's really great if you're on a timeline, you're trying to get a new WSO coming out, you got a new product coming out, and you need or you got a squeeze page you're trying to get off the ground, you just need an e-cover, and you're like, man, I really don't want to wait a week or 3 days, to get this done. You can get me the express gigs, and you can have your e-cover within 24 hours. I've done it lots of times. It's awesome, especially when you're getting close to a launch, and you're like, oh, I need something, and you don't have time to do it yourself. Now, browser type, I'm going to leave it as default browser. You can change it to Internet Explorer if you want. I'm going to leave it at default. I'm using Firefox. And so now I just click search. It's going to search, and it's going to pull all the top rated sellers and or all the best sellers using the Express gig. So let's give it just a second here. It's doing its little thing, and while it's doing its thing, oh, I think it's done. Okay, yeah, it returned back 14 gigs. That was quick. Turn back 14 gigs. You can see across the top here, I've spacing these out a little bit. But it's got gig description, gig profile, URL, seller name, gig rating, positive, negative, their level. That's their level of skill. Expected delivery, orders and queues, search type. This is has video, country, and then Rolodex notes. This is a really cool part right here. Is you can, if you find one you like, you can right click on it and choose add Rolodex note. And you can add note right straight to the software. And you can also, another cool thing is all these links are live. All these links are live. I can double click on any of these and bring it up. But first, I'm going to show you how we fill in all the rest of this other information. Because you're like, Coby, where's all the rest of the data? All right, let's get to it. What you do is you click right here, and we're going to choose Get All Ratings. Now it's going to go and it's going to go back to visit each one of those sellers' profiles. And it's going to crawl and get the information. It's going to pull how their positive reviews, their negative reviews, their percentage, and the delivery time, how many in queue, etc. So, like I say, it's already done. It's really quick. It was only 14 results, so it didn't take it very long. If you have a lot of results, of course, it's going to take you longer. You can see here, it's got the gig ratings, all 100% here. That's really cool. That's what you want to look for. You can see how many positive reviews they've got, how many negatives. And see, this makes it a lot easier to scan through here and find the winner. So now you can start. Let's see, just by going from the negative and positive reviews, we'll put you right here at the 27 positive and 0 negative with a skill level of 2, expected delivery in 24 hours. This is one that I would start with. So you can see we can widen these out if you want. I will design a professional looking e-cover for your ebook, CD, DVD, blah, blah, blah. So let's go ahead and click on that and double click on it and bring up the page. So there you go. See, it's got some pictures here. It's got 3 pictures, 2 more pictures here. And I think I've ordered from this guy before because this looks very familiar. Anyways, so you can see that he's got one order in queue. That'd be a great one to start. And you might, well, I don't really like the style this guy does. Okay, so let's go back to the software and let's go to the next one. 17 positive, 0 negatives, skill level 2. I will give you an entire course on how to, they're selling a video course. That's not exactly what we want. So let's go to the next one. 14. There we go. It says, I will design professional looking ebook covers, 3D software box. Let's click on that and see. There you go. And they've got a lot of them here. This is one I would actually probably pick these. I like this style here. So there you go. It took us a couple minutes. We were able to browse really quickly, find out who the best were, and then go from there and find out who was the best fit for us. We didn't let Fiverr decide who was the best, and we got to pick the person that we thought was the best with the best skill level, with the best ratings, and with the style that we like. Now we could go, of course, hear more and look at their feedback, and you can see it's pretty good. Perfect. Your work is awesome. I would order this one right away. Okay, if I was needing an e-cover. So now let me show you one more thing that I found about the software that I didn't like, and this is actually a bug, and I'll be telling Sam about it. So it will get. I'm sure it'll be fixed before you even purchase it. Okay, so we'll see if we put it on standard here, and I'm going to search again for e-cover. It's going to take a little bit longer because there's more results. You can see it took 30 results this time. And now we got to fill in the rest of this information, right? So let's go and click Get All Ratings. It's going and it's visiting each one, and you can see it's filling in the info as it gets it. And let's see if it Okay, you can see what happened. This is a bug in this software. What happened is this seller right here has a rating of 0. It has no rating, non-applicable, and so the software doesn't know how to compute that, and so it's getting hung up. I'm going to relay that to Sam. I'll send him a Skype message as soon as I get done with this video. I just figured this out as I was playing with this right before I made the video. And I'm sure that they'll get that fixed right away because I'm sure it's just no big deal. His program will just go in and do. It'll be done. But I wanted to let you know. There's two things I didn't like about the software that I found that bug, and that I couldn't resize this because I would like to. When I have a bigger list like this, I'd like to pull it down. But it's going to save me a ton of time. It's definitely worth the investment. It's starting out very cheap. It's going up with each sale. I think it's going to top out at like 17 bucks. So it's a great software because if this saves you, man, if this saves you an hour, it pays for itself. Because what's your time worth? To me, my time was worth much more than $17 an hour. So if I could save even 15 minutes with this, then it's already paid for itself. And I can already see that it will save me that next time that I'm looking for this. And if you want to look, let's do one more search. Let's say you want to look for backlinks. That's something that you could be on for days looking for backlinks. Let's get it. Let's do GOV backlinks and see what it says. But anyways, this is a huge time saver. And here's what I'm going to do for everyone on my list. If you purchase this product, I'm actually going to give you a video course that I've done called Outsource Outreach, and it's actually a WSO that I sold not too long ago, about 6 months, 8 to 8 months, a year ago actually, and it's closed, so you can't even purchase this anymore. Okay, but it's like 6 videos, and it's going to show you how you can uh, outsource to take your business to the next level. And also, there's a PDF in there that's going to show you how to connect with people at Fiverr so that you can get these people off, make them full-time outsourcers. So it's a really good bonus for you. It goes hand in hand with this software if you're interested in outsourcing and you're interested in using Fiverr. So to get that, all you have to do is just send your receipt to my help desk at support.cobywright.com, and I'll get you fixed up. All right. If you want to check out the Gig Scraper software, I'll put the URL below the video, but it's going to be www.gocoby.com /GS, as in Gig Scraper. All right. Go pick up your copy now and start saving money and making big bucks. All right. This is Coby from CobyWright.com signing off.